What is feminist economics? Feminist economics is a critical study of economics and economies with a focus on gender aware and inclusive economic inquiry and policy analysis. Feminist economics researchers includes academics, activists, policy theorists and practitioners. Goals. Two major themes of feminist economics are: first is the degree of unpaid labor done by women, of which the canonical example is the work in household, but which also includes lesser known issues like affective, conjunctive, and emotional labor. Next is the discrimination women face in the economy, particularly in employment and pay, which can take many forms. Feminist economists argue that women perform a lot of labor which goes unpaid and unnoticed, but which keeps the economy, society, and individual families afloat. Whether this is work in household which is simply not remunerated because it's not in the market, or whether it is gendered expectations which push women into certain tasks and occupation, they tend to do work which is not rewarded as much as men's work, either socially or financially. Importance of unpaid labor. The ONS started measuring these things with time use surveys. These measure how long members of a household spend performing each activity, and this time is then multiplied by a comparable wage where such activity to be done in the private sector. The studies from the USA go back much further, and they show that unpaid labor affects our interpretation of growth in interesting ways. It tends to encounter cyclical unemployment, rise in recession to offset the decline in market economy and making the economy appear less volatile. This is because in recession, people tend to eat at home instead of going out, repair things instead of replacing them, and some even start to grow their own food. Adding household production to GDP also reduces income inequality since low income households engage in it more. According to the census in 2011, people engaged in household duties have been treated as non workers, even when 159.9 million women started that household work was their main occupation. In a report, the International Monetary Fund also suggests that if women's participation in economy was raised to men, then India could grow its GDP by 27%. Feminist economics makes visible in the realm of policy issue which had remained invisible for decades. Many scholars have contributed to feminist economics. Waring's 1988 book, If Women Counted, is often regarded as the founding document of discipline. The first issue of Miss Magazine examined feminist economics in a piece by Jane O'Reilly. Feminist Economics Journal. Feminist Economics is a peer reviewed academic journal published by Routledge and International Association of Feminist Economics in the field of feminist economics. IAFFE established the journal in 1995 with Dinah Strassman as its founding editor. Feminist Economics was voted as the best new journal with the Council of Editors of Learned Journals in 1997. A leading journal in economics, vastly enriching the understanding of important economic issues. Feminist economists change the way we see the world. Bina Agarwal is an Indian development economist. She has written extensively on land, livelihoods, and property rights, environment and development, political economy of gender, poverty, and inequality. Sabina Alkare is the director of Oxford Poverty and Human Development Initiative, an economic research center within the Oxford Department of International Development at Oxford University.